it challenges you to think about, oh, well, maybe we should pray more together. It's not that men don't want love, and it's not that women don't want respect, right? But it's the primary want.
Hey everybody, welcome to our channel. If you are new here, my name's Danielle.
And I'm Joel.
This is my husband, and today is our 3-year wedding anniversary.
Yay.
We thought it would be a really cool video to do this today and share with you books that has helped our marriage understand each other better, and just make us a rounded out couple, loving, supportive, more faithful, not only to each other, but to God as a couple. So let's get into it. Wait.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary. And actually, I want to say, Joel had to work today, of course. And we did go to dinner with our little ones. We have a 2-year-old, Jalen, and a...
8 months?
Yeah, he's 9 months on the 27th, so not quite yet. And they actually were really good. So it was an enjoyable dinner. I really enjoyed myself. So let's get into it.
So one of our favorite books that we've read as a couple is The 5 Love Languages. This one, if there's any book that we mentioned today that would be very important for you to read in your relationship, no matter how far along you are, whether you're just starting or you've been married for a long time, we highly recommend this book because it has really helped to drive kind of what makes us tick in a relationship, what works for us, what doesn't work, just kind of be more aware about what's important for each other. Mm-hmm. And basically the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. So everyone usually has a want for all 5 of those, but everyone has a particular order of what's most important to what's least important.
Yeah.
And you can actually take a quiz. You can actually do it online too. And I think in the book it even provides a quiz too, to figure out what your primary love language is. My primary love language is quality time because I love going places with Danielle. One of the things that I actually mentioned to her today, we weren't thinking about going anywhere. We were just gonna stay home and chill because we have plans for Saturday. Yeah. But I was like, I don't know, something just doesn't feel right. Like I can't stand it being our anniversary and just treating it like it's any other normal day and not at least driving somewhere. So that kind of speaks to my love language, right? Quality time, making memories, going out, eating dinner together. Yeah. And what's your love language?
I think it's physical touch. Right? I think
changes.
I can't. Yeah, because we took this in the beginning of our relationship, and then I took it again recently, and mine changed.
Yeah.
I don't remember the order.
Words of affirmation is pretty high up there too.
Yeah, for me. And I think gifts is the last thing. I think it's like physical touch, quality time, and words of affirmation.
Yeah.
But it might be acts of service now because now we have kids and I need him. And so like that's like really important to me now. Like it's weird, like, but they do change over time. So it's not a bad idea throughout your relationship to maybe do this every like, I don't know how many, like a couple years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever you feel like something's off. So
or even just because.
Yeah.
Strengthen your relationship.
Yeah, because I had no idea. And I was like, whoa, babe, they changed. Because I screenshotted my first ones.
But what's cool is that they actually have a version for kids, which Danielle will kind of show you here. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. We actually just started this. So we've only gotten to the first love language, which they're all the same. And, I already know for Jalen, his first one, his top priority one is going to be
quality time.
And then I think it's like physical touch. And then obviously, which I feel like all kids are gifts. Because he loves receiving things. So after we read this one a long time ago, but I don't know, like for a year now, well, let's just say ever since we had kids, I've been really wanting to buy this book. And I actually found this on Amazon for only like $8. So I will post links to all these things as well to help you out.
Yeah, so discover your primary love language with 5 love languages.
Yeah, do it for your kids too.
All right, and here's a couple other examples of books that we've read within the past couple years. This one is called Married for Life, Build a Marriage That Lasts a Lifetime. So this is just another really great one that talks about just the experience of the author's marriage and kind of lessons that he's learned throughout his marriage, passing that knowledge around, and it's just been really helpful to kind of read that and think about our relationship and how we can learn from this book. This one is a little bit more, this one's not necessarily about relationships. This is more about relationship with Christ. This one it's called The Purpose Driven Life. I actually received this at church when I was a youth, from my youth leader. This is by Rick Warren. And it was really cool to read this both by myself and also with Danielle. I read this a long time ago, and then I read it again with Danielle. And then this one is, it just kind of goes through, it has really cool chapters, like what is my purpose? Here, let me see a couple of chapters here. So, like, you are not an accident, right? There's a purpose for your life. It all starts with God, becoming best friends with God. It's just a really good book, especially for newer believers. If you're learning about Christianity and what it is to be a Christian, I highly recommend this book for you.
One of my favorite books, they're all really good books, but I learned a lot from this, and this is Love and Respect. So basically it talks to you about how a man wants respect and a woman wants love. It's just our human nature. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's true. Because, like in the Bible, the man is supposed to support, and you're supposed to respect him as your wife. I mean, your husband. And, just let him be that supporting anchor for the family. And he's like the highest under God, in your family life. And then a woman, we want love. Like, I don't know, but this book is really great. Like, this book and 5 love languages really are good together, really good compatible books, because it talks about similar things. So I definitely recommend this one.
Yeah, and I just want to add that it's similar to the 5 love languages, where it's not that men don't want love, and it's not that women don't want respect, right? But it's the primary want.
Yes, thank you.
Of women is love, and for men is respect. And so, a really good example that we would like to share is if I do something that upsets Danielle, maybe she didn't like, or maybe I spoke in a rude tone in some way. She'll tell me, I didn't feel like that was very loving. That you need to be more loving in your response.
And I still use that to this day
in this situation, and so that helps me. It brings us back to this book, and it helps me to realize, okay, yes, I recognize that I could have said that differently. It just depends on the situation, right? It applies to many different scenarios. And then, on the flip side, if there's something that Danielle kind
like
of
today,
brushes off or something like that, and then I could say, like, I've never really done this, but just an example of how this book works. It's I didn't feel like you really respected that the way I felt about that, giving me that respect in that subject. I know that was a terrible example, but what were you gonna say?
I don't know. I just feel like what happened today, we were having a disagreement about something, and him being my husband, I thought about it. I was in the room and I came out and I apologized to him because I know that his wants and what just your wants, and what's important to you is important to me. So I came out and I apologized to him, and then he said he was sorry too. So like it's just it's really good. I like these books.
The next two books we've actually mentioned in one of our older videos. So Danielle and I talked to each other. We were talking about how we wanted to do some more Bible study type books together. We have never done a Bible study together before.
Couples.
And so, couples Bible study. And so we found this one on Amazon. It's called Bible Study for Couples. And we really enjoyed it. It really kind of gets really candid about your relationship, asks you a ton of questions that you don't really talk about on a daily basis. It just helps you think and helps you to grow in your relationship. And so it asks you really good questions like, what do you find most challenging about praying with your spouse? What benefits have you experienced through such joint prayer sessions? And what, if anything, keeps you from praying together more often? Those are really good questions that it challenges you to think about, maybe we should pray more together. What is stopping us from praying? And then, just things like that helps spark discussion for us to make plans and ideas of what we can do to be stronger together, stronger for God, learn more about our faith. So it was just a really good adventure to go on, and this book specifically is for 7 weeks, and it's pretty much a daily Bible study. We had, in order to stay on top of it week by week, we had to do 1 to 3 parts of each chapter a day to make sure that we were getting our content done for the week.
But that wasn't on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, right? It was just, we worked on it Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, as long as we had enough time to get through it all.
Yeah, because we were, because we're also doing this one that I'm going to talk about, and these ones are on, we chose Sunday to do these because it's once a week. Yeah. So that's why we had it worked out like that, because we were doing 2 books at once.
Yeah, and there's just great topics in here like marriage as a covenant commitment, successful marriage building strategies, living by faith. And one of my favorites was leaving a spiritual legacy. I'll end with this. One of my favorite takeaways from this book was thinking about how do we help our children to know our faith, to practice our faith, be strong Christians, and to continue that cycle as time goes on. Right?
Yeah, it's really wild to think about.
Our children's children and their children and their children. Like, we want to make sure that they don't fall off the wagon sometime down in history. Never really thought about that, and that feels like a big responsibility.
It does.
But it's important for us to make sure that continues to happen. So yeah, that was really cool to think about and to talk about.
So another book that's sort of like that book is a couple's devotional. And it says it's a 30-minute weekly devotion to grow in faith and joy from I do to forever. #stay married. But we are still doing this. We are currently on week 23, which was really cool because we're like, hey, that's our wedding anniversary, February 23rd. It's really, it's another like, wow, like it makes you think of things you've never really thought to think about or ask each other to talk about. One of my favorite ones was week 22, and it says sweet kisses, and they talk about how we tend in this like fast-paced life not to give each other enough like loving embraces or kissing, even if it's just a peck. So it challenges you to once a day kiss for 6 seconds. And it's been really nice. Like, we giggle, and Jalen, our oldest, really loves it. He like gets all giggly too, and he says like kiss or something. You know, he's still learning to talk, obviously, and he just gets all giddy, and then we do like a group hug. It just, you know, one of the best things you can do for your children is to show each other that you love each other, not to keep it hidden or anything. You know, embrace each other, show each other love, and just let your kids know that you love each other. Even especially if you fight in front of each other, it's good to always end it and like let them know that you know, yeah, we're having an argument, but we still love each other. Another good one was For Better or For Worse. So that one talks about your vows and to discuss them, and they actually tell you to reread your vows to each other.
Rewrite.
No, it said to reread them,
okay.
But because the church that we got married in wanted us to do the traditional vows, you know, that you just recite to each other really quickly. We both wanted to originally write our vows, but we weren't able to. So it was really cool because it gave us the opportunity to write our vows and then read it to each other, and it was just so sweet. I love them. Like, it was really special. So I definitely recommend this. This book will last you a whole year. It has, I believe, 52 weeks. Yeah, 52 weeks. And so it's a really good devotional with God and your relationship, and to stay married and strong. So it is faith-based as well, and I recommend it to everybody. Last book we just want to mention, we haven't touched base on it yet. We haven't read it at all, but we just received it not that long ago. It's called Marriage Insurance, 12 Rules to Live By. We got this through Relevant Radio. I think you can get this at CatholicAnswers.com, their like book site. Because, you know, even though Joel's not Catholic, like, we could still learn from this, and I would do the same thing for him. So we can still take something from this and find, what's the word? Like,
commonality?
Yeah. So this is just, I just want to touch base that we're going to read this one as well, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I look forward to all of our books. They're really fun. So that was cool. I'm really glad we did that, and because we've been talking about this for a long time, you guys. If you've been following us from day one, that was like one of the first things we were talking about. So finally we got this video out. It's our wedding anniversary. We're excited. It feels way longer than 3 years, I say. We're excited for Saturday. Saturday we're going to go... What are we going to do, babe?
We're going to go to Seattle and eat at a restaurant. We're trying to go to the Crab Pot if, you know, they don't accept reservations, but Saturdays in Seattle are always nuts, so we'll see if we can make it there. If not, I got some backup ideas. But and then we're going to go see JoJo in concert in Seattle. And
I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be cool because it's a very small venue. Like, you don't even sit down. It's like a standing around the stage kind of venue. So.
Yeah.
If
and
it's
no
anything,
kids.
I've been in one concert before there, and if it's anything like that, then we have a chance to be really close, so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm super stoked because I've never been at that small of a venue before. And as much as I love my babies, we're going to have like an actual date night and just be together, and that's nice because we don't have many days like that anymore now that we have more than one child. So, but I'm really glad we got to do this, and I thought it was really special and something to just do on our anniversaries. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you've hung on this long, I hope that you guys can take something from this, and even if you just read one book or start to read one book, that's the first step. And like, for us, it becomes addicting. Not addicting, but like in a good way, because knowledge is power. And if you can love your spouse better and God too, like, why not? Like, it's good. It's good stuff, and it's made our relationship stronger I just want to thank you guys for following and watching us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, so others can see the video as well. And we look forward to talking to you guys again. Have a great day.
Bye.